I have people that have figured out their career path because me, I don't know what I'm doing. I saw this tweet and I completely relate with it. Earlier this year, I really struggled with trying to figure out what to do with my life, career wise. And like most people, I try to first identify one thing that I'm passionate about and then like pursue that thing and possibly make a career out of it. But I didn't want to pursue something that I'll get tired of a couple of months into. I guess I didn't want to decide from the position I was in, an inexposed, uninformed, and in general, an amateur. So I started making research, read articles, listened to podcasts, read books, and one of the books I read, So Good They Can't Ignore You by Newport, it completely changed the trajectory for my life. But before I get into it, I just want to welcome you to my channel. My name is Chinecherem, and in this episode, I'm going to share 3 tips from the book that I mentioned previously, So Good They Can't Ignore You. Okay, so let's get into it. The number 1 tip is one that I know many people are going to have their knives to my throats for, and it's a very common idea that has been thrown out there, and that is to not follow your passion. Because everybody at some point when they try to figure out what to do with their lives first aim to figure out what it is they're passionate about. But I have had a hard time trying to figure out what that is, what my passion is. I mean, I have a lot of interests, but not one of them really feels like something that I am passionate about. And me not being able to pinpoint what that passion thing is has prevented me from pursuing something, anything. But in the book, Carl suggests that instead of you trying to figure out what you're passionate about and then turn that thing into a career, why don't you just learn a skill, whatever it is, become really good at it that people are willing to pay you for it. And this is actually the foundation for tip number 2, which is to develop career capital. Carl defines this as the value you offer that people are willing to pay for. For example, when I started trying to figure out what to do with my life, I felt stuck. I knew I wanted to get to point B, but I couldn't figure out how to move from point A. Point A being the point I actually decide what skill that would be. But Carl suggests that in order to figure out that thing, you have to find something that people are willing to pay you for. So, unless people are willing to pay you for it, it's not an idea you're willing or ready to go after. Also, I knew that I would like something that would afford me some form of freedom to work on my own time and on my own terms. That was when I decided, as soon as I figured that out. The 3rd tip, and this is actually where it gets interesting, devoting yourself to it. Whatever you've decided on. Personally, I find it difficult to commit to any one particular thing. It's not easy. In a study conducted by Amy Wisniewski, I think I got that name correctly, she surveyed some college administrative assistants and discovered that the people who are happiest about their work and their life are not those who follow their passion into a position. Instead, it is those who have been around doing the thing long enough to become really good at what they do. In other words, those who are experienced at their job. You're not going to feel like it every day. You ask yourself at some point, why am I even doing this? You actually want to give up. But what I do is I just remind myself whether the life that that I'm looking to is worth the temporary discomfort, and that if it was easy, everybody, virtually everybody, would be doing it. So if you want to check out this book, you can send me a DM on Instagram and I'll forward the soft copy to you. And if you found any part of this video helpful, consider leaving a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.